Master the game board. In Sun Tzu's world, strategy starts with understanding the playing field. This means analyzing the moral, environmental, and tactical aspects of your situation. Think of it like preparing for a chess match. You need to know not only your opponent's potential moves, but also the conditions under which you're playing. Planning is your first weapon. Without it, you're as good as defeated before the game begins. Sun Tzu insists that wars are won in the planning room, not just on the battlefield. Victory comes from identifying advantages and disadvantages before the first strike. In short, know the rules, but play to bend them in your favor. Conquer the high ground. The high ground isn't just a literal hill, it's the position of advantage. Sun Tzu stresses that terrain dictates the flow of battle, whether it's a dense forest, a winding river, or a metaphorical uphill climb in negotiations. Always position yourself where you have the upper hand, be it physically, mentally, or strategically. Never fight on unfavorable terrain unless you're forced to. And even then, find a way to shift the odds. Like in life, positioning is everything. The high ground lets you see further, strike smarter, and conserve energy. If you can't find it, create it. Lead with vision. Leadership is the linchpin of success, according to Sun Tzu. A great leader must be as steady as a rock, as wise as a sage, and as decisive as a thunderclap. They inspire unity, enforce discipline, and adapt to challenges without hesitation. But beware, arrogance and impatience can turn even the best laid plans into disasters. Sun Tzu believed that a leader should be a blend of warmth and severity, winning hearts without losing authority. Commanders don't just bark orders, they lead by example, proving that vision is nothing without execution. Spy and survive. Sun Tzu would have been a master of espionage thrillers. To him, knowledge is power, and spies are the unsung heroes of any campaign. Knowing your enemy's plans is like having tomorrow's newspaper today. It allows you to outmaneuver them before they even realize they're in trouble. But gathering intelligence isn't just sneaky, it's essential. Whether through spies, observation, or sheer intuition, staying a step ahead ensures survival. After all, how can you win a game if you don't know what game is being played? Strike where it hurts. Why spend time battling an enemy's strengths when their weaknesses are just begging to be exploited? Sun Tzu's advice is clear. Hit them where it hurts most. The path to victory isn't about showing brute strength. It's about finding the soft spots and pressing hard. This strategy applies whether you're breaking enemy lines or dismantling a competitor's business strategy. If the enemy is overconfident, surprise them. If they're disorganized, strike fast. Victory isn't about fighting fair. It's about fighting smart. Shield and preserve. Defense doesn't mean passivity. It's about patience and preparation. Sun Tzu believed that a strong defense could wear down even the most aggressive attacker. By fortifying your position, you not only protect yourself, but also exhaust your enemy's resources. Think of it like weathering a storm. You don't run into the wind. You shelter until the skies clear. A well-timed retreat or stalwart defense often leads to opportunities for counterattack. Winning isn't always about charging forward. Sometimes it's about holding your ground. Win without waste. Efficiency is Sun Tzu's secret sauce. Why exhaust your resources in a drawn-out conflict when a quick, decisive action can seal the deal? Whether it's manpower, supplies, or time, waste is the enemy of victory. Sun Tzu even advocates using the enemy's resources whenever possible. Let them fuel your success. Winning doesn't mean obliterating your opponent. It means achieving your objectives with minimal loss. As he says, the skillful fighter puts himself beyond the possibility of defeat. In other words, fight smart, not hard. Ride the wave. Momentum is a silent force in Sun Tzu's philosophy, a wave that can carry you to victory or crush you beneath it. Once you seize the upper hand, keep the energy flowing. Hesitation or overthinking can break the rhythm of success, while acting at the right moment amplifies your power. Sun Tzu warns against fighting against the natural flow of events. Instead, harness it to your advantage. Timing is everything, and striking when the enemy is off balance is like catching the perfect wave. Remember, when the tide is in your favor, ride it swiftly and confidently. Forge unbreakable bonds. A well-disciplined, unified force is more powerful than a disorganized mob. Sun Tzu emphasizes that discipline creates trust, and trust builds cohesion, whether it's soldiers on a battlefield or team members in a project. A unified group moves as one, like a great river carving its way to the sea. Discipline doesn't mean rigidity. It's the foundation that allows for adaptability. When everyone understands the mission and their role in it, you become an unstoppable force. Forge bonds strong enough to withstand pressure, and victory will follow. Flow like water. Sun Tzu's most poetic advice is also his most profound. Be formless, like water. Water doesn't fight obstacles. It flows around them, wearing them down over time. This principle extends to strategy. Rigid plans often break, but adaptable strategies endure. Being unpredictable and flexible allows you to respond to challenges dynamically. Whether facing a small skirmish or a massive campaign, learn to adapt to your opponent's movements while staying true to your ultimate goal. Flow where resistance is weak, and let your actions carve the path to success. Mind over might. Psychological warfare is the art of winning battles before they even begin. Sun Tzu understood that fear, confusion, and doubt can do more damage than swords ever could. By misleading your enemy, creating the illusion of strength, or sowing discord, you can unravel their plans before they take form. Control the narrative, and you control the battlefield. When the enemy's mind is your weapon, physical conflict often becomes unnecessary. In the chess game of war, make them think they've already lost before their first move. Know when to fold. Sometimes the greatest victory is knowing when to walk away. Sun Tzu advises against unnecessary battles, as every engagement carries risks. Retreating isn't cowardice, it's strategy. When the odds are against you, conserve your strength for a better opportunity. Victory is a marathon, not a sprint, and understanding when to fight and when not to is the mark of a master strategist. After all, a retreat today can lead to a triumphant return tomorrow. Live to fight another day, and you'll always have a chance to win. Friends and foes, alliances can make or break a campaign. Sun Tzu believed in forming partnerships that amplify your strengths while neutralizing your weaknesses. However, he also warns against blind trust. Alliances should be chosen carefully, and their motives constantly evaluated. Meanwhile, dividing your enemies is just as important as uniting your allies. Turn their friends into foes, disrupt their partnerships, and leave them isolated. The battlefield isn't just about swords and shields. It's also about forging and breaking connections. As the saying goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Also, hit the subscribe button. Come on, don't leave Sun Tzu hanging.